No sauce bags left behind? Okay. I've been waiting for the moment I could post something here, and the day has finally come. Let me open with the characters. Me, almost 20 years old, exhausted and definitely not full of the spirit of life. Working barely over 10 hours a week. Not by choice. At a fun little fast food place that has the meats. George, mid to late 60s. Lovely general manager who could not care less about corporate rules. Except for when he did. So, I'm working 3 days a week. And we have sauce bottles that we refill throughout the day with either big 68 bottles worth, or small 23 bottles worth, of sauce bags. Normally, if a bag isn't fully emptied, we roll them up and place them into the fridge below the table, keeping them on hand for when we need them and not wasting any sauce. That is, until George spots a bag of mayonnaise sitting there, halfway full. Remember those big bags I mentioned earlier? One sandwich uses mayonnaise. We keep 2 bottles of mayonnaise on hand. Of course the bag is half full. George starts the rule of, we need to empty the bags entirely. We can't store bags under the fridge. This is fine, because no one enforces it. Except for George. The issue is, I closed with George last night. It was my last night working for a few days. Before we finish closing, we refill the sauce bottles. To be nice, you know? But UHOH. The mayonnaise bottles are empty. So, to make sure I get policy right, I double check with George. George, we empty the sauce bags entirely, right? No matter what? Yes we do. Awesome. Quote, we now have 7 bottles of mayonnaise that have to be used by tomorrow. No sauce bags left behind indeed. Ah, the place with the meats. I had my fun as an assistant there. And I still didn't get some of the rules the GM decided to come up with. Had a similar encounter to yours. Then decided 2 weeks later that we were going back to how it was. Problem was, they didn't tell anybody. So we found out by getting yelled at. I loved the workers there, but hated the GM. Was great when me and 2 others that had been there for a long time got her kicked out. MC is the secret sauce. George, let's may overload these bottles. Quote, how is it that mayo expires in a bottle, but apparently doesn't expire in a bag? Shouldn't those open bags be being disposed of on the same schedule? I was expecting you to empty the rest of the bag onto the counter. Lol. Fun little fast food place that has the meats. Species the meat came from not specified, so I'll assume it's Subway standard rat, mouse meat. Edit, I got downvoted to the same level as Subway's average health inspection score. As an update, because I forgot about this post until now, nothing of consequence happened. The policy stayed in place. And I guess barely any mayo was wasted somehow? I turned in my 2 weeks the next day that I worked due to finding another job. So if there are long-term consequences, I'll have to hear it secondhand.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.